Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife review for you. Today, we are going to be reviewing this guy. This is the Knives Minax. It is a collaboration with Ferrum Forge. Those lovely, handsome boys out there in California. They do a lot with It does have a lot of very Ferrum Forgey touches to it. I think you would know that's what it was, even without saying the name. It is a new design for them. 20 CV steel, all titanium frame lock. $263.50. It is not inexpensive, but pretty much in line with what you're going to be getting from with 20 CV and titanium. Unsurprising there. It does come in 3 different colorways. It comes with this bronze finish, which I really like. Wee's bronze. It looks really, really cool. I just actually ordered another knife in that same color. And then it also comes in a plain titanium handle. Both of those have stonewash blades. Then also it comes with a kind of blackout version that's all black stonewash. I do overall like the look of it, but another YouTuber pointed this out to me, and I don't know if he wants to be called out, so I'm not going to say it. I don't know if he's going to bring it up in his review. I don't know if anybody else is going to be immature enough to bring it up, but I have to. It's this portion of the handle looks like a thumb. We'll go with a thumb. It looks like a thumb. It looks like a turgid thumb. I guess that's the last we're going to say about it. I promise I won't mention it in the actual review. We're going to switch to the tabletop here in a minute and do our usual review stuff. I'm going to start slowly introducing these little face reveal things at the beginning. Let me know in the comments below if you like it. But now let's go to the tabletop and actually get down to a review of this knife, where we will not mention the thumb. Now let's do some specs and some size comparisons, then move on to the usual individual components of this knife. You have an overall length of dead on 8 inches, blade length of 3.5 inches, blade thickness pretty stout at 0.16 inches, handle thickness 0.52 inches, and a weight, according to my scales, of 0.67 ounces. Not too bad of a weight for a full titanium frame lock, with honestly quite a bit of blade there. It's quite a tall blade, so I do kind of understand the weight on there. It's above that ounce and inch thing, but I think when you're getting titanium frame locks, nobody really expects that. Let's do our usual size comparisons. We have your Paramilitary 2 and the Spyderco Para 3. You can see much more PM2 size than Para 3 size. Not that huge of a knife, but not a small one either. We'll bring out the usual Benchmades. We have these over here. We have your full-size Griptilian and the full-size Bug Out. So yeah, again, a little closer to the Griptilian than the Bug Out, but not that far off. Okay, now lastly, we're going to size comparison it. Is that a verb? It is now. To a couple other Ferrum Forge designs made by other people, a couple other collaborations they've done. This is one of my favorites. This is the Knives Malice. I love the flame anno on it, but I also just like the overall design too. I like the big Oldsmobile grill and the cutout. I think it looks cool. And the Ferrum Forge Drop Protect Mordax. I don't know what order those words go into, but yeah, it's a Ferrum Forge design made by Protect for Drop. So you can see, pretty similar in size to those, a little bit smaller than the Malice, but a little bit smaller than the Mordax as well. So yeah, a little bit more of an EDC size than those, but it's not dramatically smaller. Not enough that I really think you're going to notice it day to day. The blade on this thing, it is a recurve. Some people are going to hate that. I don't mind recurves. I don't find them to be... This one is not a hugely dramatic one. I don't think it's going to be a nightmare to sharpen. But use ceramic rods, and it's not that hard to sharpen them. I don't really mind them that much. It is 20 CV, pretty thin behind the edge, looking at 22 thousandths. Not too bad for a blade stock this thick, and a very high flat grind. It slices pretty darn well, I do have to say, and it does have a pretty robust tip on it for piercing stuff. Yeah, not bad at all. I do like the blade. Just 20 CV, Wee's 20 CV is pretty darn good. No complaints there. So no issues with that. Ergonomically too, it is awesome. I do really like the ergonomics on this, especially when you choke up, which is clearly kind of how it's meant to be used. Yeah, it's comfortable too if you're choked back, but I really think this is more of a choke-up knife. It definitely has a very pronounced forward choil. The jimping on the top of the blade is placed perfectly, and it's a little aggressive, but I don't mind it. It's not like, tear your thumb up aggressive, but it is kind of aggressive. You do notice it. One thing you don't notice at all is that pocket clip. They do a great job with that. It's completely invisible in your hand, no matter which way you grip it. I really do like that. And this milling here is not just aesthetic. It does give you pretty good grip. This knife ain't going nowhere. Some titanium frame locks are kind of slick and you worry about that. This is one you don't have to worry about that at all. It is definitely, you have a lot of good grip on this thing. Absolutely, for sure. How does it carry, one may ask? Here's the old Levi's titanium mill pocket clip. Pretty good tension on it. Pretty good clearance. I did go into some of my like reinforced jeans, like your tactical jeans and stuff. It still would seat all the way down. Because with the reinforced pockets, sometimes you have a bit of an issue. But on regular jeans, definitely slides right in and out completely fine. You don't have much sticking out. These are available in really bright, crazy colors, so there's not going to be anything glaringly bright, sticking out of your pocket. I do like the way it carries pretty well as far as that goes. As far as getting your hand past and stuff, it's not a small knife, but it ain't bad. Definitely the flipper tab, the pocket pecker is noticeable, but it isn't too bad. The like not really sharp jimping or anything, so it's all right. It carries pretty good. Really like the tension of that pocket clip though. They did a good job, and there's proper clearance on it. That's been a thing that I've had a problem with lately on a lot of pocket clips because I've been wearing thicker jeans lately, and it's that's an issue sometimes. So on the deployment, I mean, I say this all the time, but it's a Wii. It's really good. The detent is nigh on perfect. No issues there. Flipper tab it's not huge. It's just enough, and it works extremely well. Light switch, push button, whatever you want. You can spidey flick it as well, which is always nice. I can't thumb flick it. I'm sure that other people can, but I just can't get a grip on it. So I just can't get my thumb down enough to grip it. But yeah, spidey flicks really well, which is primarily what I do if I'm not using a flipper tab anyway. So no worries there. I have done absolutely nothing to this thing. I have not lubed it, not anything. The slightest little wiggle. Sure, if I did take it apart and lube it, it would be completely just drop shut. But as it is, it's perfectly good enough for me. Wii always nails this stuff. They really, really do. It's just outstanding. I really like the deployment on Wii knives. They always sound good. This one sounds good. It's no exception there. So what is my overall opinion on this knife? $263.50. It ain't cheap, but that's, like I said, about in line with what other Wii's cost. I mean, I think this is more. I think this was $280 something, and I don't feel like I got ripped off on this. Same basic material, same designer, and all that stuff. There's a lot of milling going on here too, so I think that's a pretty fair price for what it is. It's just going to be whether or not the aesthetics are for you and whether or not you want a recurve. Recurves are nice sometimes. I know cutting cardboard and stuff, it's nice to have a recurve every now and then. They do kind of just hold in the cut a little bit better. But it's up to you whether or not that's something you want, whether or not you want to deal with sharpening it. Again, I think the recurve on this isn't going to be that hard to sharpen. I don't think it'll be too bad. Just get some ceramic rods, like on a Spyderco Sharp Maker. Well, those are more. Even the ones like in the Lansky turn box. Those that's probably what I would use to touch this up. Is take one of the ceramic rods out of my Lansky turn box, which is like what $30 sharpener, and it'd probably be fine as long as you kept it touched up. But yeah, that is the Knives Minax. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. And again, let me know if you wanted me to do the face reveal intros. I kind of want to start doing those, but let me know in the comments. I've been Brian. Have a good one.